Come to second one?
Yeah, like. Let's talk about it.
Gotta get the sauce. Oh, we gotta get the sauce.
This unreleased right here. I ain't heard this before. Free thug, man.
Definitely free the guys.
Free the guys.
It's alright.
Shoot. You ready?
Let's do it, bro.
What's up?
Let's do it, man. Welcome back to the Juh Kickin podcast. That's Juh, not Jus, not Just. That's Juh Kickin with your hosts, D-Lo and
Matt, you know it.
You feel me? On this podcast, you know what we do. We keep it 100% authentic and real for y'all.
Yes, sir, but we say entertaining, you know what I'm saying? We like to be serious, but keep it on this entertainment side on top of it, you know what I mean?
Feel me? And tonight, we have a very special guest for the second episode. The one and only man of many names,
Yeah.
Pops, I am real estate, Paul,
Oh, right here, man.
Dagger D,
I'm telling you.
man, Douglas Parson, celebrity realtor. How you feeling?
Doug the plug.
Yeah,
You feel me? How
you feeling?
I made it. I feel like I made it because I'm on Juh Kickin it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
We're going to definitely dig into it. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Man, you know we had to get Pops on for the first special guest because, like, we probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for some of his help. So, you know, it was only right that we had Pops on.
He's seen us come from
Yeah.
little
Young
ones.
jits.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Young men.
It's only right to pay homage.
Only
You know what I
right.
mean?
So, you know, to kick it off, man, just like tell us like
Yeah.
your come up from
So-
being from Indianapolis, then to Kentucky, then to where we at right now, Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'll just start right now by saying, you know, I'm from the Midwest, Indianapolis, Indiana, kind of like the cousin of Chicago. So
Shout out Chicago.
if y'all know how treacherous Chicago is, and y'all know how treacherous Indianapolis is, because it just all trickles down to Indianapolis. But young guy, you know, started off young. I was actually balling like these guys used to.
He was a football player in
You
the
know what I'm
past.
saying?
Really.
And you know, pretty much when I got done with that, when I got of age, maybe about 15, you know, I kind of got caught by flashy guys. So
Right.
I see flashy guys with nice cars, nice jewelry, nice women with them, and I kind of like was drawn to that. So,
Motivation.
you know, and I wasn't really doing the right thing back in the day, you know. So in 1996, I changed my life after the street life. Lived in Kentucky for a little while. Wife graduated from college there. I stayed there for a little while. Then, you know, in 1999, we came to Atlanta. So since then, you know, it's been real estate.
Yeah.
You know,
You
so.
the ground running.
You've been in the game for a little minute now. Like, how long you been in the game? Like,
So
real
I've been
estate?
in the game for 22 years.
So longer than we both been alive.
Definitely. That's as an agent. But
Yeah.
I actually bought my first house when I was 18 years old.
You did?
Yeah, first house, 18 years old.
In Indiana?
Indiana, renovated it, had TVs in the wall back then. This is the early 90s, you know what I mean? Hot tubs, all this type of stuff in the house when I was 18 years old.
So what made you start be like, hey, I want to do real estate?
When we in 1999, when we first started looking in Atlanta to move to Atlanta, I looked up some agents, and I happened to find an agent. You know, she was African American. She was young. So we set up to come look for some houses, and when she pulled up, she was like in a convertible red Benz.
Ooh.
You know,
Young black queen.
and then she
Black Queen.
you know, right. So shout out to Liz Johnson. She definitely put my boots on. But when we came down here, she pulled up in the red Benz. We went out and looked at houses. Then she asked us at the end of the day, hey, would y'all like to come past my house? So we was like, sure, we'll come past your house. Well, when we pulled up, It was a huge mansion, probably 10,000 square feet. Mm-hmm. They had Benzes and racing motorcycles and all this type of stuff at the house. We went in and they had the pool, they had theaters. This is way back. House was on the hill, so it was like, I'm like, wow, you getting all this money selling real estate? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I know you got a clothing store and everything, which I used to have a clothing store in Riverdale, Georgia on 85.
Wait, what was it called?
City Slickers.
Right
across the Kroger.
Sounds like Riverdale.
You know what I'm saying? Right across the street from Kroger, you know what I'm saying? Near Bethsaida and Highway 85.
Those in Riverdale, no.
You know what I'm saying? The Dirty Dale.
Wait, how long was you running that for?
Probably about a good 2 years. But back to what I was saying about her. Yeah. So she told me, like, hey, if you ever get tired of selling clothes, just go to this real estate school and I'll show you how to do exactly what I do. And I literally did that, and that's what got it all started. But to take it back to the store, I used to be in the store, and back then that was like when Fat Farm and Iceberg and all this stuff was popping. And I just used to be in the store watching videos all day and was like, it got to be more for me to do than sit here and wait for the next person to come in and buy a t-shirt. Right. So that's what really...
Coochie, you had some coochie in there?
Had coochie, you know what I'm saying?
You know about coochie. You know about drip back in the day.
You got to know about
it. There was no Gucci. It was coochie.
Yeah. Coochie. And you was the man if you had it on. So.
I remember coochie. I had coochie button-ups, coochie shoes.
Cross.
But no. If you know about this, you a real one. You remember them Cadillac shoes?
Cadillac?
With a Cadillac on the back. I had like 2 pairs of them. Hey. Back in the day, I had them.
That's funny. That is funny.
But now, today where we at, Instagram really popping. How many followers you got? Last time I checked, it was 11.9K.
Well, now I'm up to like 19,000. 19.2, something like that. Steady growing.
That's really wild. As a real estate celebrity. Put celebrity in front of it.
And I'm not a spring chicken, so I'm not the youngest real estate agent out here either. It's all organic. I don't buy followers. I don't do none of that. It's all organic, but it's just really people watching the grind and the come up and how authentic I am. Like I don't just talk about it. You see it.
And speaking on the grind, like we see you got a lot of Gucci and diamonds, all that
drip down. You see the drip.
But I know it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy.
What was the time where it was like you were like maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I should go a different route? I'm pretty sure there was a time.
I would say it was a short period of time, very short, probably in about 08, 09 when the market crashed and everybody was losing. And I said, man, did I choose the right thing? But what's so crazy is it was just a short period of time, and before you know it, for some reason, banks start reaching out to me. So I was getting properties directly from the bank.
They're desperate.
So it was like everybody wanted these properties for so cheap, and it just so happened that the bank was giving them to me to sell. So the worse the market got, the more money I made. So that's kind of crazy, but I really came up, when the market crashed.
Yeah, so kind of going in reverse about this, so like how long did it take you to like gain traction in real estate? Like I know you got your real estate license, but how long did it take you to like start getting deals like on a regular?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, my first probably year or two, I wasn't concerned with selling houses. I was doing something like, let's just say it was a very short version of an appraisal. So that's one of the first things the lady that I was telling you about to put me in the game showed me, like, hey, if you got your real estate license, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, not even selling a house. So as a kid, that's probably why I used to see me gone all the time and up late nights. I was doing these short appraisals, and they was paying me $100, $200 a pop, and I was doing 100 of them a month. So you do that calculation and then revert back to over a decade ago, and so I was killing them. So anyway, I got burned out on that, and start working with celebrities and kind of just went into
Speaking of celebrities,
if
you want to name some of the top celebrities you've worked with, and then Cause we had this talk the other day.
Right.
Name some celebrities like you gonna work with in the future, coming up.
In the future, some I already work with.
No, I'm talking about some you gonna be working with in like a couple months or like a year from now.
Well,
if you can put it out there.
it's coming, I say that, but let me just tell you some of the people. And I can't really say who I'm working with
Of course.
currently because it's a lot of vultures out here.
Of course.
That's true.
So I can't let the vultures get them. But at any rate, let's talk about the people that I already work with. So everybody know, if you listen to music, if you listen to the hip hop, if you're part of the culture, I know you heard of ATL Jacob.
Yes,
ATL Jacob.
That's Future's biggest producer. He did half of Future's last album. So ATL Jacob, I can keep going with the producers. I can go to Go Grizz. He does a whole lot of stuff. If you know about music, you know Go Grizz. I've worked with Coach K, who was like,
Migo.
one of the top guys. Like Coach K has people like the Migos, Little Baby, City Girls. We can go on. One of my clients is Safari.
It's Pocky D.
Big entertainer. Erica Mena. I can go on to a lot of people at the QC label, but we won't even go into that. It's a lot of people I dealt with over there.
And don't mean to cut you off, but shout out Safari for letting us film in his
For sure.
studio from his old house.
From his old
Shout out
house.
to OG for that. Appreciate
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And he actually got lights inside the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Inlaid, so it wasn't just, but anyway. Yeah.
That's crazy. You done been with a lot of big ones in the game. And like I ain't gonna name them, but like the people you told me you like is in the works.
Yeah.
You're gonna be surprised now.
Yeah.
You got some stuff rolling up.
I gotta say this. Shout out to Young Jock. That's one of my clients too. That's my guy.
Yeah.
My guy.
I will say, Jock. So if y'all know, I'm a production assistant on this show that's gonna be on BET Plus. So Jock was an actor for a couple of the episodes. I will say, Jock was probably one of the coolest people on set, and he was the biggest, most well-known guy on set. But he was one of the coolest, down to earth. He actually came up, talked to me, even though he knew who my pops was. I talked to him. I didn't tell him that beforehand.
Right.
But then we was kicking and just talking.
Right.
And then he looked at me, and I told him, I said, yeah, that's my pops. And he was like, oh, that's crazy. I miss with you even more now. So just shout out to Jock, because he was one of the coolest. He ain't really, because if you work on production sets and stuff like that, you'll notice some of the talent, they just be kind of brats and be doing a whole lot. But he was actually cool though. So I mess with Jock for real.
So let's go ahead and give a shout out to my guy that you're working with, his film company.
Shout out to Smoot Films. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Deshaun
Shout
Hardy.
out to Shines.
Y'all doing
Hardy,
y'all thing.
Smoot,
Keep it going.
Bozzy. Shout out to the whole production. Shout out to everybody there for giving me the opportunity to work. Got some big things in the works, man. Y'all watch out on BET Plus.
Right. And BET Her. Let's go. Right.
So let's get into this book you got.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into this book.
Let's get into it.
Where did the title "Flipping Bricks" come from?
So the title, "The Art of Flipping Bricks."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a meaning to it.
Yep. Shout out to my guy Clarence McNair. We worked together, came up with a title. The title, "The Art of Flipping Bricks," literally comes from things that I used to do when I was in the streets. So prior to 1996, go that way, it might have been other bricks that I was flipping. So, now it's fast forward to 2022 where I'm literally flipping bricks on houses.
I like that.
So that's kind of how we came up with it, kind of put a play on words. And everybody that know me over the last, I don't know how many years, they put it together and they seen it. They said we done well. So I love the name, actually.
I know me and shout out my boy Roy. Roy bought 2 from you.
Oh, shout out to Roy.
He gave me one. I sent him money, whatever.
Right.
He got mine. So I have mine in my crib right now.
Dope.
You gotta have it. I put my boys on that Barry about it. If you don't know, this book is really it's helping with the hometown in Indianapolis. For real, he ain't gonna say it, but he a hometown hero for Indianapolis. So that book is really changing a lot of people's lives, and it's giving a lot of people a gateway to get to that path.
Right. So even with the book, so why I wrote the book is I wanted to reach out and touch people like you, both of you guys. I wanted to reach to the street guys as well. I wanted to reach out to the women that's dancing, every night. I wanted to reach out to, some people who never had nothing, and then somebody in their family might have died, their mother, their grandmother, and they get $30,000 or $40,000 and don't know what to do with it.
Right.
But never seen nobody like me really tell them how to do it. Sometimes people get a little afraid to do things if they don't see people like them doing it. So I always felt like if they see me doing it, like I'm kind of reachable, like you can touch me, like people believe I'm real.
Right.
So they kind of take to me real good, and they believe, oh, maybe if he did it, I can do it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bless a whole culture and generation. I've been going state to state speaking to people, a lot of young African American and brown people, you know what I mean, as well as everybody else. But like I'm really trying to help the less fortunate, and I broke it down in the book in layman's terms. So I wrote this book where even if you don't like to read, you can read this book quickly. And another thing in the book, what I did was, when I first started writing the book, I was going to tell about all aspects of flipping houses. So I was like, cool, I can speak about flipping houses, but people also want to know about how to get the money or how to get a loan to flip these houses. They want to know about how the closing process is.
They want to know the behind work.
Yeah, they want to know about how you can get these hard money loans, and they want to know about these inspections. And the closing process. So what I did was I reached out to my close team of people that I work with, and I literally got them to speak in the book. And I know we was talking about young Jock, so his wife Kendra is actually a closing attorney, so she's in the book. My hard money lender that lends me money along with the cash I got to flip these houses, he's in my book. One of my other lenders that do 20% loans, Virgil, he's huge. He's in my book. And these are very successful people. They own their own businesses, big money, drive Ferraris and all this type of crazy stuff. But these are people I work with all the time. And when you work with me, you get a chance to touch these same people. So definitely go check out The Art of Flipping Bricks. You can get it online at Walmart.com online. Also Amazon.com, Books A Million, all of that. So
the link for the Walmart will be in the description. Y'all will go purchase that. You feel me? You want to gain some knowledge.
It'll change your life.
It's $1 million worth of game for $20 to $15. I promise you.
Don't skip out on it.
No, sir.
So speaking of the book, speaking of how long you've been in the game, you done games. Your pockets done got fat. I know your pockets done got deep.
I've been blessed.
They was deep when I was a kid, but I feel like it's crazy. I feel like once I went to college, I would say my junior year to now, it's been like incline. It's really been crazy. So speaking of that, you ain't gotta say the specific number, but what's the range of like the most amount of money you made flipping a house and also selling a house?
I will say. I won't even say my top deal, but I did a deal maybe about 5 years ago. I'll talk about one of my olds. I did a deal 5 years ago. It was a $2 million house, so that's something. And I made 60 grand, like 60,000 off of one deal. I showed the house one time. I looked up houses maybe 20 minutes. 60K, you know what I'm saying? The most I ever made on a flip was, I'll just say it was over $100,000 on the flip.
On the flip.
So,
on the flip.
Also, I just got into building $1 million homes.
I was gonna get into that.
Get into that.
Flipping houses.
Flipping houses.
I know everybody get into building houses.
Right. So, since he opened a can of worms up, I am building $1 million home. It's to sell, right? Partner with my guy Safari on this deal. The house, it took us a long time. When you work in certain counties, it takes you a long time to build a house, longer than it should. But at any rate, we just got the foundation up, and we already got the house sold. You know what I mean?
Got it sold.
Yeah, it's already sold. So we talking numbers
blessings.
Man.
I mean, we almost got $250,000 down on the house already. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even came up with the sticks. And also, since we're talking about building houses, next year coming, my next book is gonna be.
Oh, this is look. I didn't even know this.
Exclusive. Give you an exclusive.
This let me hear.
I build $1 million houses. I love frames, so the name of this book is gonna be called $1 Million Frames.
Oh,
With these frames and the frame of these $1 million houses, I'm building the background on the cover. Check it out.
so question: what's gonna be the book centered around?
It's gonna be centered around my whole process of going through this whole thing of building, and like I jumped out there off a big porch because I didn't come out the gate.
Big porch.
Big porch, wrap around, because I didn't jump out there and build a $200,000 or $300,000 house.
Right.
I jumped right out. I jumped right off the porch with a meal.
Right.
So like, you do want to get to a point where you're just playing with M's.
Of course.
So
motivation.
that's what's going on right now. I'm playing with M's.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least I know I've been around as a youngin' for a minute, so I kind of saw the upper scale of everything in your career.
Right.
So when did you come to the point where you're like, all right, I got a clientele of celebrities where I can do something with?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you started off like, as a regular realtor, not really big celebrity names, but when
it wasn't.
So you established yourself as I am real estate.
I'm gonna tell you exactly. It was a point when I got there. So I established that. I can still remember where I was. I was had just closed. I think it was $1 million deal with a young lady named Prima Donna. She's real big on
all the women
waist trainers. Now she's into cooking. She got cooking shows and she sells cookware and all that stuff. So shout out to her. But it's like after I sold her house. This is the true story.
Yeah.
After I sold her house, people knew me. But after I sold her house, I was riding down the highway, get off on Lenox. So going towards Lenox Mall, I think I might have been going to eat at Hal's or Houston.
I'll say that.
And I remember Coach K. Everybody, we just spoke about Coach K. Coach K called me, which he referred me to her. Coach K was like, yo, you see the post that Prima Donna just put out? I said, no. He was like, man, she just shouted you out, said you was her realtor, da 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 da. And like he said, your Instagram is probably gonna go crazy. So after she posted it, the next day we went to the mall because we closed the deal late. The next day we went to the mall, and I literally saw my Instagram going from 100, 200, 300, 400, 800, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000. I think that one post got me like 6,000 followers just off the rip.
God.
I mean, it was crazy. Like, I remember I had to turn off. I used to screen the people that followed me. And when it started going so crazy, I just had to turn it off because I couldn't go through thousands of acceptance and seeing who they are. And that's kind of what opened me up. And she was like, yeah, Doug, I'm a celebrity now. You the celebrity realtor. Boom. I was like, wow. Okay. I'm a celebrity realtor. And then my buddy, I put him in the game. His name is Rod Williams. Shout out to Rod Williams, the Williams team over at Keller Williams. He's killing it. But I remember he told me, he said, now you're the celebrity realtor. Like, you got to act and be and look as such. And I that really stuck with me. That's crazy. And it was like, okay, that's who I gotta be. So that's kind of where.
So getting into that, celebrity realtor got to move a little different.
Definitely.
Change some stuff.
Yeah.
You've been whipping nice cars since back in the day, like 90s, back in the day.
Right.
Tell us something about the cars you're whipping today.
Today.
Not no regular cars.
Hot
Tell you that. Beat that.
Well, since we talked about that, you get this is one of the cars I got. The little thing they give you.
Move that up to the camera a little bit so they can see that.
Hey, so when you buy, a brand new Corvette, like that has no miles, this is what they send you. So I got the 2021 Corvette with the mid-engine, so my engine is not here. My engine is here.
It's in the back, not in the front. It's in the back.
And I got the red engine. Then I also got the red wheels with the yellow brake calipers. But so 2021 Vet, you know, we coming like that. It's crazy. Go to my page at I'm Real Estate One. It's a few pictures of it. Also,
engine in the rear.
In the back. Frunk in the trunk is in the front. So also I got a Tesla, you know, with the gas prices going crazy. I definitely got the Tesla with the yoke steering wheel, all white interior.
It look like a spaceship for real.
That is my spaceship.
Like a spaceship.
I sold my Benz, Mercedes Benz. I had it for a while. And I got a big surprise coming up in about 2 months.
You know, luxury.
All I can say is wait on it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now I've been inside the Corvette already.
Right.
I gotta get inside the Tesla.
You gotta get inside the Tesla.
Cause I heard it like drives silent. Like,
bro, it's quiet. You don't hear it pull off. Don't hear it take off.
It's the fastest car I ever had too. I know I just said I got a Corvette, but they super fast. You go to YouTube and just put in Tesla races and you'll see them race.
Take that Tesla to one of them. From Atlanta, you know they be having races in Atlanta. Take that Tesla to Atlanta, put up against a track hawk, and then I got the Tesla winning.
Go to YouTube. They race the track hawks, Lamborghinis, Porsches, all that. We don't got to talk about it. Go to YouTube. Put in Tesla races. Yeah.
It's really a Toy Story.
And no gas.
No gas. Electric.
No gas.
Charging the garage.
Charging the garage.
How much did that cost to install that though? Because not everybody got the charger.
So the thing, it costs $500. Then you pay somebody about $400 or $500 to put it in, and then you can just come home, plug in, go to sleep, get up, and you good for mine go 300 miles. So I can drive it all day.
Dang.
Yeah.
So speaking of the kind of like putting people, because you don't put some people on as far as into real estate.
Definitely.
Let's talk about my mom.
Right.
Your wife.
My wife.
How's it been going for her, the process?
The process has been going well. She sold, I think, 2 houses as of yet. She only been in the game maybe about, 4 or 5 months. But
that's still big.
That's crazy. You just entered the game and you already sold the house.
Yeah, so it's crazy. She's working with people. It's been great to work with her as a team. We got some big things coming up on the media side with the whole real estate thing, the whole flipping thing. I can't wait to announce that. And she also has her PhD, Dr. Parson. Salute. Like, keep doing your thing. She's still going.
Smart. Very smart.
Definitely.
That's crazy. She taught me in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So that's really what got.
She saw a lot of the guys in 5th grade.
Since then, you got real
crazy.
since then.
Right. It's crazy.
Going back and forth to the houses and seeing the different toys get in the garage, and I didn't see it all. It's crazy over here. So every time I come over, it's almost like a new toy house in the garage every time.
It's about to be crazy in a couple of months, y'all. Trust me.
Crazy.
The big gift coming. The biggest.
Big gift.
Yeah. Do y'all plan on having like a not like a team, but like you and Miss Parson?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like, we are a team. So me, myself, personally, people always ask me, like, are you ever gonna have a team where you got all these agents working for you? And the answer is probably not. Now, the reason I'm probably not is because I love to just chill. I like to just flip my houses. I like to sell my real estate. I like to run my property management company. I like to build as well. I really don't have time personally to deal with other agents and paperwork and make sure they're doing the right thing, even training them as well. Now, I am coming with a training program for agents to see what I do, and take that, and hopefully they prosper and do better than I do. But as far as me having a company with agents, I probably will never have that, because I got too much other stuff going on and I love what I do. I'm still, like my son, he's off at college. I got another son, just moved to Florida. So it's kind of like we almost empty nesters, and we feel like we 21 again. So
yo, man,
I'm living.
I know young man.
I promise you, go see the people my age. and see if they look like me.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a lot of fine dining.
This is a test if you still a young man.
Okay.
Get out here and come work out with me and Matt once.
Oh,
We back on.
still rolling.
Yeah, we back on.
We back?
Back rolling.
We back.
We back rolling.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So back to what I was saying, we feel like me and your mom, we feel like we 21 again. We traveling, we jet setting, you know, you might catch us on a plane any weekend. It's gonna be, it's yeah.
You spoke on fine dining.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if y'all follow him yet, but if you had followed him, you saw he was at a dinner recently.
Yeah.
Birthday party specifically.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that? How
Now,
the experience was?
now I'm trying to think of whose birthday.
I'm trying to figure out which one. Oh, I do.
Safari?
No.
Mr. CEO?
Oh.
COP?
Oh,
Yeah.
COP.
Yeah.
Oh boy, like that. We went up so much, and he has an annual birthday party, and it was at the Fox. And it's black tie. It was nothing but black excellence out there. It was crazy. You know, it was like Rolls Royces and Bentleys and Ferraris and just successful people everywhere. So, you know, of course I had to go. A lot of my clients was there. I know in our section, the mayor was in our section. Quavo was in our section. Coach K. Kenny Burns. Shout out to Kenny Burns, lifestyle specialist. Yeah, but it went down.
That's crazy when invited to
Yeah.
that.
And speaking of, what are you gonna say?
I know you motivate people a lot, but I know that experience alone was like.
It was very motivating to me.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely was. You know, like it's crazy. I can go to my DM right now and show you probably 300 to 400 people saying, you inspired me so much. You keep me going, and you know, like sometimes I just sit and read them all, and I thank everybody, and you know, it feels good to know that I motivate people because that's what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely trying to motivate the next person to change their life because I know I changed mine. So, yeah.
Another thing you do good, real well, is like media promotion for selling. If you selling a house, flipping a house, you working with somebody. Speaking on kind of how like you got into that, because like when you first got in the game,
right.
I mean, well, first of all, Instagram wasn't really around.
It wasn't popping like that.
How did you get into like, I gotta start promoting more on Instagram? And you good with it too.
Yeah.
You good with it.
Yeah. So what's funny is before Instagram, one of the guys I got in the business, like I say, he's doing phenomenal. Rod Williams, me and him just used to joke around with each other, and we would make videos, like Instagram videos, where we would send them to each other. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we used to do that, and then when Instagram popped off, it was something before Instagram. Maybe it was Twitter, then Instagram, or whatever, but he was like, man, you need to come on Instagram and just do the same thing that me and you do. And I was like, man, I ain't getting on Instagram, yada, yada, yada. So eventually I did get on Instagram, and for in the beginning I was a little nervous. I was like, wow, hundreds of people is gonna be looking at me doing whatever I'm doing, you know, and you really sit and think about it. Should I post this? Should I not post this? And you know, so after a while, when I got into luxury houses, I really wanted to show the people what I was doing. So it was like I had to film because I wanted them to see this whole lifestyle, you know. And I noticed when I started showing these luxury houses, people was just like intrigued, you know what I mean? And then when you start dealing with those luxury houses, like you got to be the par, so you got to look a certain way, you got to wear certain stuff, in my eyes, to get all that energy. You know what I mean? So hence, like, I know you mentioned Gucci and different stuff like that I wear, and it's a wardrobe for me. You know what I mean? It's like what I work in, just like if you work at McDonald's and you put on your McDonald's outfit, that's what you work in, and this is what I work in, so it's working for me. I love Gucci. You know, I know they say different things, this and that, but what I would say is the people that are on me about wearing Gucci, I want them to just look at some of the products that they use and see who owns them. Right. Like deodorant and the toothpaste and the baby oil and
Right.
The undergarments that you wear.
Right.
So once y'all research that, come back, and if you figure out that it ain't the same type of people, then we can talk. But other than that,
and I would say with that, like, you know what people be saying about Gucci and stuff.
yeah,
Use them how they using us. They using us to buy it. Use their product to like promote yourself and like build
I
your
agree.
brand. So,
And then if they don't want us in it, guess what? I'm in it, so they should be pissed off all the time.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
So again, all right. So we done talked a lot about real estate.
Yeah.
Let's switch over to some different stuff. So one of my first questions I got for you is: so you got 3 sons.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, which one could you see becoming a real estate agent? Out of me, Drazen, Desmond, and Doug. My fault.
4. R.I.P. to my son that's not with us no more. Love Dax.
Love that.
He was actually motion. So I told you about I used to do the appraise, short appraisals and stuff like that. He used to work for me doing this and that. But anyway, R.I.P. I know he with me every day. Out of my other sons, I would have to say it would have to be you or Drazen. It'd have to be
Because
you or Drazen.
Desmond doing it.
Desmond, he's a more hands-on guy, so he'd be more the behind the scenes with if I had a real estate company, you know what I'm saying? Which, you know, he's getting ready to get into something in the field, so I'm happy about that. Had a long talk to him about that. He got to get something going, so we figured it out. So be on the lookout for new things, definitely.
What's up? Dang. I mean, I could see myself getting into the real estate game because I like what you do with the media, and then I got him on YouTube. The link to his YouTube channel will be in the description.
Digs with Doug on YouTube. Check it out.
You feel me? So I feel like I could get into that. I'm definitely gonna get my real estate license for sure.
And y'all heard that he gonna get his real estate license. So I feel like I think you're a more free spirit. I think you're gonna be doing something in media for sure. Now you done sunk your teeth into working, you know, on the film sets and stuff like that, and you know, you starting where you starting, but that's where a lot of people start. And then you figure out as you watch what you want to do, and then you kind of, you know, go down that route and try that. And you know, with me having the connections I got in the film industry, I know that if you do like anything, you know, behind the scenes, it can happen like that. So. Good luck for whatever you decide to do. I know you should be successful.
Speaking on your sons, I was thinking about before now. It's probably easy now to balance work life and going to your kids' games and doing all that type of stuff.
Right.
But with them coming up from elementary school, Pee Wee League, to middle school ball, high school ball, how was it balancing being there for all of your kids?
Yeah.
All their stuff at work, like
it was super tough because, like I mentioned, that I used to be working. You used to see me gone a lot, and then you see me up late hours. So I had to juggle that, you know, working and then trying to get to their practices and see them. Also, I always had my sons training,
right.
So they always had trainers and games and trips and different stuff. So you know, it got hectic. At some times when I wasn't doing so great financially because I had to pay for a lot of that stuff. But I'm glad I got through it. They got the training they needed, you know, and here we are.
Sounds like you just glad they at the house.
Hey, this is the easy part right
Bro,
here.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I feel like once I left, my mom started doing a lot
saw
more
it.
stuff.
I saw it.
Like, I'm like, y'all wasn't doing this when I was home. Like, and then when I do come home, they don't be home because they be doing something. They be out the state, or they at the mall splurging, or they eating dinner, nice steak dinner, all that. Where y'all be going all this time? With salmon chips, where y'all be going?
To Urban Living.
Y'all be there all the time. Y'all need to get a membership there.
Yeah.
Bro.
You know, we like to go where everybody know our names. So
Y'all be there, y'all. They need to just like give y'all like a membership or something.
There, I need a membership at Houston's and House. You know,
I know about House. I've been there.
At House, yes.
So last week's podcast, I forgot when we asked this, but me and Matt asked each other, what's your top 5 Atlanta rappers of all time? And in the comments, some people was like, You ain't put him on there. You ain't put that guy on there. So I'm gonna ask you, since you an old head.
Yeah.
What's your top 5 Atlanta rappers of all time?
And we since we were young, we did from the 2010s and up. You can do all the time.
Okay, so I would definitely say, even though Lil Baby knew Lil Baby, I gotta give it to him now.
So we got one that's
is this number 1 or is this?
No order.
Okay.
No order. Lil Baby. Who else I like, man? I like Future. Lil Baby.
Yeah. No, you have.
I told you.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else can I say? Who else can I say from Atlanta? I don't know. I like them 2 guys. I also like
People saying Gucci.
I don't know how I forgot Gucci. I forgot. That's my favorite street rapper.
I feel like you should listen to him a lot more.
Constantly. And you know, like I even promote my book with his music. The name of my book is The Art of Flipping Bricks.
Yeah.
So when I first started promoting, you know, everybody was playing Bricks, his song called Bricks, all white bricks, all that. So definitely Gucci, Future.
Is T.I. on there?
T.I. gotta be on there. Not that I listen to him a lot, but he got big hits.
Yes, that's 4.
Yeah. But what I say was 5.
Is Andre 3000 from Atlanta?
He's from Georgia.
Okay. Well, we doing Georgia or Atlanta?
Oh, okay. This not Atlanta. No.
We can't get into all this. Ain't Atlanta.
You from Gwinnett? You ain't from there.
Who else is super street?
Thug.
I get Thug. I hope you get out of it, man.
Shout out, bro.
I'm praying for you and you guys, man. You know, you come out and just show them, you know, that you are that good man that you say you are. You do all you say, and you're gonna continue to do what you say you're gonna do, man.
So on that music tip, I don't know if Matt know, but probably should really like do some stuff in the industry. You want to tell them what you used to do, and like what you enjoyed doing that.
In the music industry?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the music industry, I used to have a recording studio. Me and my brother-in-law, I recorded Young Jeezy in the studio back then. That's probably one of the most notable people that you would know. I did a lot of Hindu entertainment, so there used to be a guy named Alan Henderson who used to play for the Hawks. He's from my hometown, though. He had a lot of artists back in the day. They used to record in my studio. Also managed some artists as well. I got out of the business because it kind of was like real estate kind of just took off, and I was dibbling and dabbling in the music, and real estate took off, and I just couldn't do the late nights no more. You know what I'm saying? And real estate just, it was my calling. It's my calling. It's funny, you know, like I can remember I always been selling stuff my whole life. So I can remember as a kid, my mother, your grandmother, would give me $20 a week for lunch. I didn't take that $20 a week and get lunch. I take that $20 and walk to Kroger a couple of miles and buy Snicker candy bars and stuff like that, bubble gum, ventilators, and I put it in my duffel bag. And when I went to middle school, I would sell it. And I always would get in trouble selling this candy during class. But we was so.
Should have been selling it at lunch.
It was so. I was selling it at lunch too. I was selling it all the time. What was so crazy is the teachers. So it was almost like selling drugs in school because the teachers would take your stuff. And then they would put it in like the detention office or something like that. But we was so off the chain, I would pay like the baddest kids, here go whatever, and they would go steal the candy back and I'd be selling it.
Go be my hitman.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
He was just flipping bricks.
Flipping bricks and downloading and Snickers. So it was like, in my life, I went from selling candy to selling the wrong things when I was on the street, to selling clothes, to now, you know, selling $1 million homes and commercial property. So it's so crazy how I started so little with Snicker bars, you know, and selling them for 50 cents, and now I'm selling $1 million homes. And this is the last thing I say about that. You know, sometimes I think about the deals that I do, and people all the time talking about that they got this deal going on, they got these deals going on, whether it be real estate, music, or whatever. But unless you're buying an airplane or a helicopter or an island or something like that, like my deals is the biggest. $1 billion deals, like I don't care what car you buy, unless you buy something crazy, like you're not spending $1 million on a car. Like these are the type of deals I do. Just a kid from Indianapolis that used to be a hustler, changed his life. Best-selling books now. You know, all I can say is God is good.
Indeed.
You feel me?
Indeed. So you play sports, right?
I did, yeah. Hell of a running back.
So that's what
I got my talent.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie. I got some of my talent from him.
And hold on, y'all. Now I did have some VHS tapes converted to thumb drive.
You showed us.
I showed them. I'm knocking boys' heads off back then, and I'm not a big guy, but I was killing them.
He was. I ain't gonna. He showed us. What was that? 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah, 2 Christmases.
He showed us. He was told to raw. I ain't even gonna lie. I personally feel like I'm better.
You better. Nah, man, it was.
I'm not better. I'm better. I feel like I'm better.
You've gone further.
Yeah, I made it to college.
You was playing college ball.
Playing college ball.
Yeah, I was done.
So you could have seen yourself making it to the league back then?
I could have.
You feel like?
I do. I think I'd have been like, what's the running back name who retired and played for the Eagles?
Darren Sproles?
Sproles.
That was who I
I'd have been like Sproles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like same frame and everything, you know, but like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, the high school I went to, it was not the best high school. The middle school I went to was definitely not the best middle school. And like, I'm gonna be honest, like my counselors wasn't talking to me about college. Unfortunately, and to get to the position where I'm at now, and I put my kids through college, you know, and things like that, it's kind of disheartening. You know, that's something. If I had one regret in life, if I had 2 regrets in life, one of my regrets is not going to college. So I'm so happy that y'all got the opportunity to go and live that part of your life.
It's a great experience.
It doesn't necessarily have to be. I know a lot of the young people are more less like, you don't need to go to college. You can.
It depends what you're trying to do.
Nah, you go to college.
And it's a good experience because, like,
it's the experience.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's a lot of fun.
I bet.
But it is a lot of late nights doing homework, especially for college athletes. Right. A lot of late nights studying film, a lot of late nights doing homework, trying to juggle social life, trying to juggle. Got to get on the field, worry about that. But it is a great experience. I ain't gonna lie. College is lit.
Yeah,
it's lit.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest you to go, even like just to experience it at least for a little while. You know, just I wish I could go back, but I can't. So anyway,
what college do you think you would have went to?
Definitely probably would have been one in Indiana.
IU?
Yeah, probably IU.
Purdue?
Probably not Purdue.
Why not?
I don't know. They just seem like, I don't know. I just always like IU. IU was more lively. Purdue was more like dead. Like
Barry.
Yeah, my pops went to
Purdue. Like pops what?
Yeah, he ain't like, but
he went to Purdue.
He graduated from there, but he didn't really. He didn't like it at all. But
yeah. Shout out to your pop boy. He did his thing.
Shout out to Unc.
Yeah.
So growing up, you like sports.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
It would have probably been a couple of running backs. I like Tony Dorsett, number 33, played for the Cowboys. And then, of course, I love number 34 for the Bears, Sweetness. He's the best ever in my book. So.
You think he's better than Barry?
What?
Barry that guy.
I'm 34 for the Bears. I'm sorry. I remember when they won the big game with Refrigerator Perry, and I'm talking about stuff y'all don't know.
I respect it because it's Chicago.
Yeah, it's Chicago.
I guess so.
Big
Barry that guy. Right. You know who was hard? It was Darren Sproles. I looked up to him. And LaDainian Tomlinson. You remember that?
Did he play for the Rams?
The Chargers.
Oh, yeah. He was a bad boy.
He was number 21. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was hard. But no, what's the guy that played for, I think he played for the Rams. He was a smaller guy. Yeah.
Wait, played for the...
He played for the Rams for a little while.
Todd Gurley? But he's not small.
No. He's a smaller guy. Drazen used to watch him a lot. No.
For the Rams, had dreads. Oh, this is Steven Jackson, but he wasn't small either though.
I had to think about
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
I'll get it back to you.
Jackson.
No, it wasn't him.
The Rams.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have dreads.
I
Maybe he
think
didn't have
Steven
dreads.
I can't remember.
I think he was, what position did Dre's play?
Running back.
Running back and what else?
Receiver.
Slot. I think he played slot. Kick return.
He
and all
had
that.
dreads.
No, he didn't have dreads.
Oh, Tavon Austin?
Tavon Austin.
Oh, yeah,
I used to
Tavon.
love to
You
watch
think of
the film.
Tavon.
Did he
Because
play
Tavon
for Rams?
Austin got the best highlight film ever.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah.
He got the best highlight tape ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I
literally.
agree.
I watched that before, like, playing games. Really.
So what y'all think about LeBron announcing he's a billionaire? He probably already was.
It's really crazy because, like, he's still playing.
He's still playing.
And he's probably not going to retire next year. He probably got 3 years left.
He gonna play with his son.
Yeah, he gonna play with his son. Well, I don't know if he gonna play with his youngest. His youngest still 15. He only gonna be a sophomore. But Bronny,
He'll liable to come back and just play one game with his son.
Yeah,
You can do that when you're a big dog.
I
Right?
think that billionaire stuff to go to show this is chess, not checkers. Like,
Yeah.
he spent his money wisely.
bro, he got his hands everywhere. Literally,
Yeah.
he owned a soccer team. He got
investments, bro.
alcohol. It's called Lobos.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's liquor or tequila, something like that.
Liquor or tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila.
He said liquor or tequila.
I don't know what it is specifically, but he got Lobos.
Yeah, probably tequila.
Yeah, then he trying to own an NBA team. It would be crazy to let him own one while he was still playing.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would be wild.
Mhm.
But that's my favorite athlete.
Shout out to LeBron, and I know he's a modern day king, but I'm still with Jordan, man, just because
Don't tell me
I'm
you
an
were
OG.
Jordan over it.
We just had this
Over
conversation
LeBron.
last episode.
I'm not basing it on numbers, no numbers or nothing. I'm just saying that my OG is Michael Jordan. Shout out to LeBron, you the man now.
Oh my
That's
god!
respect.
I mean,
That's
I can't be mad at him because he grew up in that era. It's people that's our age just saying Jordan is better, and I just don't know how they do that.
I look at it like this: when we become like his age,
Yeah.
it's gonna be somebody that was a LeBron and
Oh
Jordan.
yeah.
That's
And
true.
they gonna argue with us like,
Yeah.
oh, he was better than Ryan or Jordan,
Right.
and we gonna be like, nah, because of our era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like the people before my era, they might say it was Dr. J. You know, and they think that that's who they be thinking that's who Jordan wanted to be.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's where he got his style from. But you know, anyway,
So to get us out of here,
yeah.
what's the best advice you would give to like somebody young or old, somebody who's trying to get into the real estate game?
Let me give you some.
What's the best advice?
Yeah.
The best advice I must give you, and this is, y'all, I want y'all to listen real close. Pause for 1 second. I want y'all to listen real close. I need y'all to go to Walmart.com and get The Art of Flipping Bricks. This book will absolutely, unequivocally inspire you.
Big words.
I promise you, and the book is only $15 to $20. It depends on where you go. I put 20 years of information in that book, all jokes aside. And it can tell you how you get started. What you do first, what you do second, what you do third. All of that. Like, it's easy. Look at me. Okay? So you can do it too. I want y'all to get the book first. Y'all get the book, look me up on IG, and DM me and ask me like anything. I mean, I'm here. I'm reachable. Like, DM me and let's go ahead and flip some bricks. You gotta get them the money you gotta have legs or it's gonna fall down.
Yeah.
You know, I know y'all like to go get the Balenciaga. I know y'all like to go get the Boss. I know y'all like to go get the Gucci, Prada. I'm so proud of you, but like, if y'all go spend this money, like you gotta have money still coming. Or you gonna go buy all that stuff, go to the club, buy a $300, $400 gold bottle, and then like when it come Monday, like you stuck.
I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
Then you stuck. I don't want you to be stuck like Chuck. I want you to be a winner like me. You know what I'm saying? So go get the book, The Art of Flipping Bricks.
Get the book now.
Click that link.
Now, click the link now.
Wait. Hey man, you can follow up right here at
Coming on the podcast. Appreciate it.
follow I Am Real Estate on IG. You know what I mean? Yes,
You dig? That's the episode. We out, man.
Riding in that beam, let it talk a truck. Bro, I rode these bust down wedges on rap, got my blinking.